We're watching the evil design of the Mercedes Tower. It's insane. And we're gonna jump into it.
In the heart of Dubai, there's a new hyper tower under development. At 341 meters, it's set to become one of the city's tallest buildings. The developer Bengadi has teamed up with Mercedes-Benz to create what they call living in sensual purity. It's a branded living community. It will feature a curved pinnacle and a back facade speckled with the iconic three-point Mercedes-Benz star. The building is estimated to cost $1 billion. What will it look like on the inside? Why is Mercedes investing in real estate? What's the strategy? This mega project reveals a lot about a new trend in luxury living, and all the while it poses a series of ethical questions. This is the insane design of Mercedes Tower.
This is also gonna be great because it's in Dubai, so we can send this to Darling later and then be like, look, this is what I meant. Fuck you. It's not about how big it is, how you use it. Oh my god. Look, it just like imagine you invest $1 billion just to have a building that looks like a giant penis. And these are also the fucking countries where fucking being gay is illegal and stuff, and then they just have giant penises that cost $1 billion. Like, oh my god, if you're this gay, just buy a dildo off Amazon, it's $20. Don't be weird and build like a 300-meter tall dildo, like what the fuck? Rich people are just obsessed with penises. Remember the penis rocket? Yes, they are. This is so weird, guys. Like, please.
The tower will be Mercedes' first venture into residential properties. It'll house 150 luxury apartments over 65 stories. Future residents will enjoy an unobstructed view of the Burj Khalifa and gaze down upon downtown Dubai. The elliptical exterior is meant to resemble the Vision EQXX and Concept CLA class cars. The facade will be integrated with photovoltaic panels that will power electric vehicle charging stations in the building. The inside will be composed of luxurious materials like Gaia marble, fluted walnut wood, leather, and black granite. The iconic Mercedes details of flowing lines and the star logo will
They make walnut wood? Who eats all the walnuts to make this wood, guys? Someone needs to eat all the walnuts if they want to make this much walnut wood. This is crazy. They probably forced all the poor people to eat the walnut.
feature throughout the building's interiors. The tower will have a concierge service, smart home features, and exclusive lounge spaces. It will be equipped with luxurious gyms, restaurants, spas, and pools.
Bro, I would be so scared of falling off here. I would fall off here and die. This is why I couldn't never be rich, guys.
Each apartment will have its own deck and pool.
That one guy eats it. They have one guy eating them and Kimmy eats me. Kimmy eats them all.
Pool too. Many will have his and hers walk-in closets, room for domestic workers, and spaces just for gaming.
More like room for domestic violence. Get it, guys? Cause rich people in Dubai are domestic violent. Haha, so funny. Fix that, guys. Get a real government.
Some of the higher-end apartments will come with their own gyms, cinemas, and massage rooms. The building is set to be completed at the end of 2026. The apartments go for at least $2.3 million. The
That's so cheap,
penthouse
guys.
will go for more than $20 million. In Dubai, there's always something large, flashy, and glamorous under construction. But this building is part of something new. It's the latest and most ostentatious example of a new trend in architecture.
Gigantic Mercedes penis building before GTA 6. Trolling.
The concept of branded living exists since almost 100 years. It started out with an established hotel brand in New York, branching out into residences back in 1927. Hotelier brands like Ritz-Carlton and the Four Seasons continue to dominate the branded residence market. But in the last few years, brands you might not immediately associate with real estate have been entering the market, with each project more prestigious than the last one. Fashion houses launched a series of branded residences. Armani, Missoni, and Diesel, for example. The jeweler Bulgari will soon unveil a lighthouse enshrouded in marble and artificial coral. Even high-end restaurants like Nobu are in the game. They are branded.
God, imagine branded living, but the brand is a penis, so you just know as a penis liver. Yeah, oh my
Residents in
god. It's important that if anyone listens to that feeling, you just make fun of them so hard, like every time. This is super important. Just make fun of them. They want to flex with this. They're rich just to flex with it, so you just gotta make fun of them. If someone tells you they live in that building, you just laugh at them, tell them, imagine paying money to live in a giant penis, and then you don't comment anything else, okay? If you ever hear about a person like that, please do that. It's super important to shame rich people.
Mexico was so successful that currently 10 more are under development. Globally, there are currently over 700 branded residences either completed or under development, containing over 100,000 apartments. This number is expected to double by 2027. In some ways, it makes sense to desire a branded home. Legacy brands like Mercedes are aspirational. Their cars are associated with status, quality, and innovation. Qualities that people also want for
And Nazis. Don't forget the Nazis.
their homes. And as a brand, Mercedes-Benz might just feel more trustworthy than some property developer. Branded residential buildings tend to be found in cities like Miami and Dubai, places known for conspicuous consumption. But since the trend is set to keep growing, soon many major cities could have branded residences. And all this could well extend beyond luxury brands. Maybe there's a Disney Hightower coming to a skyline near you. The business case is easy. Branded buildings are highly profitable. In Dubai,
Yeah, I bet they are, because people can live there and people are rich and want to live in these just for the flex, so.
slapping the right brand on a residential property can add an average of 37% to a project's sales price. Sometimes the premiums are crazy high. The Bulgari building sold apartments for 3 times higher than its non-branded counterparts. Obviously a fantastic
why?
deal
What
for
the
property developers, but it's a win for the brands too, beyond the immediate profit. Take Mercedes. The company is highly profitable with steady sales, but it has had difficulty gaining footing in the EV market. Supply chain bottlenecks and inflation that affected the entire automobile industry also
Wanna put our Minecraft dads together in the Mercedes penis tower? I will shame you so hard.
ate into their recent performance. Luxury real estate might be an appealing way to further strengthen a core aspect of the carmaker's business model, an immensely valuable brand. The Mercedes Bugatti Tower will feed into that brand, or so might be the hope, and its presence will loom even greater in a city that already has a lot of Mercedes dealerships. Mercedes also announced the building of a residential tower in Miami. The business case might be similar. Luxury real estate might
It's in the second building. What is this shit? This doesn't look like a PS. Guys, come on, you can do better. Why did they make the second building look like a fucking heating unit? Come on, guys. Are you stupid? Did you forget what it's all about? The fuck?
tower in Miami. The business case might be similar. Luxury real estate might offer a good return on investment. In case you don't have that kind of cash available though, investing in your personal growth could be a more affordable option. With Brilliant, you can deepen your knowledge of math, science, technology, and a wide range of other topics with interactive lessons. It's a method proven to be up to 6 times more effective than just watching a lecture video. Brilliant has a fantastic course on vectors that helps you describe motion and orientation in space, where you can enhance your ability to visualize and solve complex problems in multidimensional spaces. The basis of building
That actually does look nice.
towers like this one. Learning new things has never been more fun. Try Brilliant for free for 30 days and see for yourself. You can just scan this QR code, go to brilliant.org/fern or click the link below. You'll also get a 20% discount on an annual premium subscription. Porsche was the first major car brand to get into real estate back in 2016.
The fucking rich people brand. I just want to mention again, our German finance minister has some deals with this one, and they benefit of each other. That's why the German finance minister also stops everything that could damage the car businesses, because he directly benefits from car businesses. Not corrupt, guys. This is okay. It's legal, so it's not morally wrong.
Porsche Design Tower in Miami.
You can tell he is German because in English you don't pronounce the E. Yeah, but it's a German word, so of course we pronounce it correct. Porsche.
Profited nearly $300 million. It boasts 22 billionaires.
Imagine if the buildings were used as affordable, low-income buildings instead of luxury. You wanna know, people always hate on Eastern Germany, right? But I just wanna say, Eastern Germany built a shit ton of... Wait, this is a good example. In Eastern Germany, they built all these types of buildings. I don't know if this is Eastern Germany. They built all these types of buildings for people to live in. And that's why in Eastern Germany, we have so many buildings where people can live in right now. This is socialism. Socialism is good, guys. Socialism gives people places to live. That helps. Keep that in mind. I live in one of these buildings. It's affordable and very decently sized. See, they're great.
Keys and Lionel Messi as residents. It even
Also want to mention, I know most people dream of owning a house and stuff like that. But just keep in mind, you can have a great, happy life in an apartment. Just under socialism, you could also make sure you can live in your apartment for the entirety of your life and design it however you want. I think most people just have a problem with not owning whatever the place they live in, so they don't want to invest too much into these places and not make them too nice. But these things would still be possible under socialism. And owning an apartment, owning a house is not the end goal for everyone, guys. Just keep that in mind. I know it sounds great, but the further you think about it, the more you probably don't need it. And it's much more beneficial for humanity if everyone could live in nice spaces instead of 10% living in a nice house. Just keep that in mind.
has a special car elevator that whisks your car straight into your living room. For the
I have one bedroom, one PC room, a kitchen, and a living room. Also, bathroom, of course, for about $600. And yeah, it's pretty good.
Mercedes Tower in Dubai, it is not yet known what special features it will have. But for $1 billion tower, twice as expensive as the Porsche building, we can probably expect something extravagant. $1 billion is a truly staggering amount for any building, especially a residential one. But large-scale construction in Dubai often involves more than just financial costs. Construction workers in Dubai regularly work in terrible conditions. During the construction of the Burj Khalifa, for example, workers were expected to work 12-hour days, 6 days a week for $4 per day.
$4 per fucking day, guys.
And that's if everything was going according to law, which often it wasn't. The UAE...
That's the fucking law. They were abiding the law by paying them $4 a day, 12 hours a day.
These migrant workers, nearly 90% of the population, are particularly vulnerable to human rights violations. Migrants enter the country under the kafala system, meaning that their visa is sponsored by their employer and they can't change or leave jobs without their employer's permission. This creates a massive power imbalance in favor of the employer. As a result, abuses are rampant. Migrant workers routinely face exorbitant fines, wage theft, unpaid overtime, confiscation of passports, and intimidation. There are no due process guarantees to counter these abuses. In an extreme recent case, migrant workers have also been tortured en masse by the regime's authorities.
This is why I pointed out that most people that live in Dubai, were close to Dubai, stuff like that cannot or can rarely be morally correct.
Domestic workers, who are usually women, face the same widespread issues but even more on top. Sexual and physical abuse from their employers, workdays up to 21 hours, and confinement to the home. Because domestic workers typically live at their employer's home, it's even easier for employers to trap and exploit them. The UAE has made some modest labor reforms in the last few years, but Human Rights Watch claims the regime fails to enforce them. This means that low-paid migrant workers continue to be vulnerable to forced labor. And forced labor is a sensitive topic for Mercedes, both historically and today. During the 1940s, nearly half of its 64,000 workers were enslaved concentration detainees and prisoners of war. Historian Neil Gregor argues that
Nah, it's okay, guys. They got rich through Nazism, and now they can get rich in other situations where people are being abused. It's completely okay, guys. No problem. No problem here. That's just capitalism. That's okay.
Mercedes was able to exit wartime in relatively good economic standing because its business leaders actively colluded with the Nazi regime, and because they chose to profit from slavery. After decades of silence, the company finally dealt with this past openly. We have a whole video on the subject of forced labor in Germany during World War II, link in the description.
I also reacted to that video, link not in the description but on my YouTube channel, check it out.
Fast forward to 2023. Mercedes reportedly sources some of its parts from Xinjiang, China. Beijing is accused of administering forced labor programs in the region. Automotive parts are identified as especially likely to have been produced by Uyghurs under state-sponsored coercion. In fairness of Mercedes, a recent study found that forced Uyghur labor is likely widespread in the supply chains of almost all big car manufacturers worldwide.
How's it in defense?
Nonetheless,
Whatever.
Mercedes-Benz promises they're watching out for human rights abuses. Their website refers to a company-wide system to
Guys, they're trying so hard not to abuse human rights. Guys, they're trying, come on. Don't be just unfair and call them out on it. They're trying so hard.
address human rights issues, using guidance from organizations like the International Labour Organization and Transparency International. They systematically monitor the risk of human rights violations using KPIs and targets. With regard to forced labor specifically, Mercedes states that all of their employment relationships are based on voluntariness. But their readiness to do business in Dubai, specifically related to construction, does make you wonder, how carefully are they really checking? The work of constructing Dubai's glittering skyline is not only harsh and exploitative, but also extremely dangerous. Every
And absolutely disgusting. The fucking Dubai difference of wait, what is it? Dubai, outside Dubai, hierarchy. Why is it taking so long to Google now? Images. Wait, where's the pictures? Look at this. Just dirty ass piss sheaves and seeing the rich buildings in the background. When seeing pictures like this, fucking, what is this, tentacle assholes? I don't even know what this stuff is. Fucking laborers in the shit conditions, how can you feel nice in such a rich city? When, oh, I don't want to do full screen. In such a rich city when there's just so many poor people around, how can you, whatever. I don't support
year,
this
thousands
shit.
of migrant workers in the UAE die of unexplained causes. Experts assess that in addition to overwork and workplace accidents, a big reason is likely extreme heat. Temperatures can top 50 degrees Celsius or 122 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh my god, 50
Many
Celsius?
workers survive but return home with kidney failure or other illnesses caused by exposure to extreme heat. On paper, the regime bans employers from forcing laborers to work during the day's hottest hours. But it's been documented that regardless of this, construction workers have been forced to work during the forbidden hot hours. And
oh my god, imagine they put on like minimum rules to reduce the chance of people dying and they're like, but if they don't work then we're gonna be slightly less fast. This is not good for profit.
according to Human Rights Watch,
They also need to work. Yeah, and then keep in mind, they're not just working, they're doing hard labor work. Construction work has to be the hardest labor work that exists, right? Like, at least among the hardest one. That's fucking crazy.
this policy
And then when they fucking flee their countries and come to Europe, we guys are like, wow, you're only fleeing because you wanna be in a nicer economical situation. Oh yeah, no shit, no one wants this shit, for example. No! Accept them in our country, give them a nice life until we can make sure that any country can give anyone a nice life. How about it, you fucking piece of shit? Racist!
even one employer is respected, isn't even remotely enough to protect workers. The Mercedes-Benz Tower will begin construction this year, which will likely be the hottest on record. We asked Mercedes and Bengadi for comments. How will they ensure the workers' safety? How will they ensure fair pay and that no forced labor is going to take place on this massive construction site? So far, we have not received a response from either of the companies. The building will cause a sensation, and Bengadi and Mercedes will likely profit massively. Many will find it a beautiful and desirable place to live. Will it be though?
No, and it's on us to make fun of people living there. Make laugh at them for living in the penis building, okay? Very important. And with that, we sign off. Thank you, Fern. Haha, penis building residence. Yes, I live in this great Mercedes building in Dubai. It's so fancy. I got my own pool. And then you just be like, wow, you're a penis building residence? Oh my god, imagine being a penis building residence. Oh what? It looks so cool that I got that own pool and I got like a couch and I'm like, penis building residence. Imagine penis building residence. Penis building residence. Just look at you being a penis building residence. Penis. And you just never let them be proud of anything they mention ever until they understand that being a penis building residence, the only way you can do is like to move out of there and not be a penis building residence. And then when the person wants to move out of there, they're so sad about having lived in the penis building that they call out anyone that wants to take their apartment after them and then also make fun of them for being a penis building residence, okay?